Thanks for all the comments and responses to the first reading. It was great just seeing all those wonderful names from our shared past, and it was like a flood of warm comfort in these hard times. So thank you. Today I'm going to fulfill a request by Anne Blumenstock by reading 3 poems from the great Mary Oliver. 2 of them I believe I shared with many of you in our 11th grade American Lit class, and the third I really just discovered myself. I'm going to start with what I think is my favorite of her poems. It's titled 5 a.m. in the Pine Woods. I'd seen their hoofprints in the deep needles and knew they ended the long night under the pines, walking like 2 mute and beautiful women toward the deeper woods. So I got up in the dark and went there. They came slowly down the hill and looked at me sitting under the blue trees. Shyly, they stepped closer and stared from under their thick lashes and even nibbled some tassels of damp weed. This is not a poem about a dream, though it could be. This is a poem about the world that is ours, or could be. Finally, one of them, I swear it, would have come to my arms, but the other stamped sharp hoof in the pine needle like the tap of sanity, and they went off together through the trees. When I woke, I was alone. I was thinking, so this is how you swim inward. So this is how you flow outward. So this is how you pray. This second poem, another of my favorites, a shorter one called Sleeping in the Forest. I thought the earth remembered me. She took me back so tenderly, arranging her dark skirts, her pockets full of lichens and seeds. I slept as never before, a stone on the riverbed, nothing between me and the white fire of the stars but my thoughts, and they floated light as moths among the branches of the perfect trees. All night I heard the small kingdoms breathing around me, the insects and the birds who do their work in the darkness. All night I rose and fell, as if in water, grappling with a luminous doom. By morning I had vanished at least a dozen times into something better. And finally, I'm going to read this longer poem that I just discovered recently. It's a great poem. It's called Bone, and it's in 3 sections. Section 1. Understand, I am always trying to figure out what the soul is, and where hidden, and what shape. And so last week, when I found on the beach the ear bone of a pilot whale that may have died hundreds of years ago, I thought maybe I was close to discovering something. For the ear bone is the portion that lasts longest in any of us, man or whale, shaped like a squat spoon with a pink scoop where once, in the lively swimmer's head, it joined its 2 sisters in the house of hearing. It was only 2 inches long, and thought the soul might be like this. So hard, so necessary. The final section. Yet almost nothing. Beside me, the gray sea was opening and shutting its wave doors, unfolding over and over its time ridiculing roar. I looked, but I couldn't see anything through its dark knit glare. Yet don't we all know the golden sand is there at the bottom, though our eyes have never seen it, nor can our hands ever catch it, lest we would sift it down into fractions and facts, certainties. And what the soul is, also I believe I will never quite know, though I play at the edges of knowing. Truly I know our part is not knowing, but looking and touching and loving, which is the way I walked on, softly through the pale pink morning light. Thanks for listening. Be safe, stay well, and stay home. See you soon.